It's best to show that, see, I have a tool like this, a portable grinder, cutter, and of course it came with batteries, because these are portable devices. 12-volt batteries, you can see, 1.5 ampere hour, lithium ion batteries. This came the option to buy a spare battery. When it's fully charged, it may read about 12.5 volts. Any power tool with detachable batteries is best bought with at least a spare battery. Now let me take this battery out to show so as to see the details a bit. Here I've got two digital meters in case I want to measure the current, but voltages will do, I guess. Alright, so pretty much that's it. Battery rated, this is a 12 volts. The output form charger adapter it measures approximately 13 volts open circuit, meaning with nothing connected. Tempate on the charger reads 12.6 volts and 1 amp. So let's see. When you plug it into a functional battery and is not fully charged, it should indicate red, which means it's charging. Right, so here it's charging. So let me measure the battery itself. So what does the battery looks like right now? It's about 11.85 volts, which means you can say it's not fully charged. Okay, when a 12-volt lithium-ion battery is not fully charged, it'll read lesser than 12 volts. When it's fully charged, it'll read 12.5 and so on, about that region. I mean, assuming the charger is good, any day has a better potential, which is about 13 volts or something. This is in there, 14, 15 volts. And then it'll drive in more current. So in this case, yeah, so that is why I chose this one. So while I was using this today, while at use, it suddenly goes dead. And I thought it was, and of course this is a new unit, and this battery was also fully charged. So I thought that's too little. So a battery goes dead instantly just 2 minutes into a simple slot cut in 2mm aluminum sheet. I said, that's strange. And never mind, I had this spare battery, also fully charged, stuck it in, and machine works. So after that, I didn't want to use this. And when I continued my rest of the job with other tools, I had a jigsaw, I used that. So I said, I will let the den seller know, tell them over Shopee, tell them the problem. So it's a battery problem. Now, what happens to the battery that I pulled out? This is, mind you, it's a 12-volt battery. Even when it's fully discharged and the unit won't work, the battery should only go down to something like 11 volts. You see what happens now? You see, you're only seeing 9 point something, which means this is typically it's a lithium ion. Each lithium ion is 3 point something volts, 3.7 volts, something, 3.7. When it's fully charged, it will come to close to 4 volts each. So that's how it becomes 12 volts. So when you're only seeing this one, which means one cell has already gone out, which means there's either, all these lithium batteries, there will be a charge controller circuit. And to see when the charge has already reached max. So it'll also probably control some discharge rate as well. So it is strange that a battery goes down in this manner. So here, definitely, this is a problem, but one cell is down, one cell has gone out. Of course, I let them know, and they are sending me a battery. But I can tell you something is wrong with this design. And if I open this, once I get my new unit and all is fine, I will open this up and I'll figure this out. I know for sure that one cell is gone, or the controller has cut out one of the cells for some reason. So I could make this work without the charge controller, like a dump unit. I can modify this easily, But that's a bad thing, that's not a good thing, because people who do not know these kind of things may not know the full potential. So you see, when I plug this in, you see it is 9 volts. So if the charger and everything else is working, it should charge. By showing a lot of the green saying it should charge. By showing a lot of the green saying that it's not charging. The charge controller is cut it out, is disconnected, both its input and output. In something as it is disconnected, what you're getting is leakage. The 9 volt is probably leakage. One cell something has happened and the charge controller detects that and it has cut out the charging. So this is not going to charge, whether it be on this charger or any other 12 volt source. I've got plenty of 12 volt sources like this for the same plug. It's not charging. Whereas a good battery, even when it's not fully charged, it will read slightly less than 12 volts, but it will. When it's an okay battery, a little bit discharged. When I stick it in, it will change color. It'll change to red because it's charging sever. When it's drawing current, internally it knows, so it shows red. Fully charged, same thing happens. The charge stops. Inside this one, the charge controller will cut out the charging, and then that will turn green. Didn't know this was my first time using this item, and I was kind of very disheartened. Underpowered, this is a small unit, battery powered, and this guy, a little bit underpowered. Not sure you can see them, I think you should be. They're calibrated, so they're pretty reasonably close enough. That's all there is to it. They are calibrated against depression voltage